Greetings, YouTube. Happy Sunday. You know, Sunday is, for the religious community, a day of rest. And until 2019, Kabam rested on Sundays by not giving us an offer unless it was a rare day, like, say, the first of the month, where naturally the monthly calendar is going to come out on that day, regardless of what day of the week it falls on. But 2019 has changed the game, if you will, and we have seen quite a few Sundays with offers to where now I can't say that it's a day that Kabam doesn't give offers. In fact, I usually expect some kind of offer now on Sunday, which is a radical change and kind of a confusing one since so many people don't work in the world on Sundays. And so if they're expecting people to give their income, it may be a day that they just can't. But at the same time, maybe, just maybe, we could see a good value. That could not be further from the truth than what we are going to examine today, which is simply the worst value for a Marvel Contest of Champions deal in 2019. And if you think that sounds harsh or I'm being overly critical, let me break down for you why this deal is simply an atrocity. We have two deals, really. We have a $30 bundle and a $50 bundle. Of course, this is also American dollars. If you live in Canada or India, other countries where the currency rates are different, you're going to be paying a lot more than this, which is a very high price. Tier 4 basics are the headline of this. I have not seen such a high price for a Tier 4 basic bundle in 2 to 3 years, since before I even started reviewing deals on YouTube. Back then, a number of things were different in the game. These things used to be crazy scarce. You did not have the login calendar to give you one free one per month. You did not have a fantastic amount of opportunity to get those Tier 4 basic fragments in the Glory store, and they hadn't doubled the amount that you could get every time the Tier 4 basic arena pops up, when you can grind for not one but two of those now in the Tier 4 basic arena a couple times a month. So, needless to say, if this was 2016, at the most 2017, I could see them promoting this deal. But even then, the price tag is beyond laughable. Tier 4 basics, we have seen for units in several offers in the game. I'm not talking about offers that fall on special holidays like July 4th or Cyber Monday. I'm just talking about normal weekly offers. We have seen, say, one Tier 4 basic and one Tier 1 alpha and one Tier 4 class catalyst. We've seen offers for 300 to 500 units. For just the Tier 4 basic and the Tier 1 alphas, I've seen them as low as 100 units. Fast forward to May of 2019, a month that Kabam has dropped the ball so much that I could spend 20 minutes just going through point by point on how this month, which could have easily been the best month ever for Contest of Champions, is the absolute worst train wreck of a month. This deal really sums up the month in a way that I didn't think was possible. Because I'm not even going to be able to grade these offers, because honestly it would be degrading to the entire grading system and disrespectful to the entire grading system to give it a average or normal letter grade. But let's just break down what this deal should cost you. Also, Tier 4 class Catalyst crystals, thankfully, you can also get like Tier 4 basics one per month in the login calendar on average since 2019 began. But let's just talk about this, okay? Tier 4 basics, what do I value those on? I think they're worth $1 to $2 a piece now. A Tier 4 class Catalyst crystal, I would not value that more than $5, given that it's the 1 out of 6 class-based RNG. And I cannot tell you how many people have messaged me saying, Prof, I saved up 10 of these. I needed to get 1 or 2 classes, and I got 0 of those classes in the 10 that I opened. If you think that the RNG for the 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal is terrible, which it is, the RNG for Tier 4 class Catalyst Crystals is also just as bad for mini summoners. So for $30, I would expect not 1, not 2, but 3 Tier 4 class Catalysts, because these are not the classes you get to choose. These are random. And on top of that, I would expect 5 Tier 4 basics minimally, which is how many you need to take a 4-star up to rank 5. And I would expect 5 Tier 1 alphas, which is how many you need to take a 5-star up to, say, rank 2. The gold, fine. That's a good amount of gold. The tier 3 class Kalos crystals, again, they're crystals. They're not, you can't choose your class. So you at least need 3 of those too. And that deal that I just described, that would not be an A deal. That would be a C deal. This $30 bundle is worth, I think, collectively, at most, about $10, but probably closer for a good deal to $5. The fact that it's $30 is an insult to injury for the community that has endured more issues in the month of May than anyone could have foreseen. And there are still so many bugs and crazy lag issues and just really, really strange things going on behind the scenes, several of which I haven't had time to make into videos, but people keep sending me like these really unbelievable bugs. And so you're going to ask the community during this month to spend something that's 300 to 400% minimal of what it should cost in 2019. It's just a slap in the face. And it's trying to take advantage of beginners who don't know any better, and they're desperate for these rank up materials, and they're ultimately going to essentially be robbed. This is borderline theft for what they expect people to shell out for basic resources in a mobile video game in 2019. But trust me, I've saved, this is the vegetables. I've saved the roast of this for the $49.99 deal price tag, which as soon as I saw this pop up, my jaw hit the floor. And I was at Olive Garden, and let's just say I could have used some words that wouldn't even be fit for Italians. Okay, the 5 tier 4 basics, which should have been in the $30 bundle or in the $50 bundle, but that's still such a small amount for $50. The 3 tier 4 class Kalos, we have seen this exact bundle, but instead of with, say, tier 1 alphas and tier 4 basics, we've seen it with tier 2 alpha Kalos fragments or 5-star shards. Imagine if this had 5 tier 4 basics, but instead of 3 random classes for the tier 4 class Kalos crystal, imagine if it had a fully formed tier 2 alpha and or 5,000 5-star shards. That's the kind of deal that you want to see in 2019. But instead, for the same price that we have often seen, you get to choose your own class because you're trying to target, say, a 4-star to rank 5 or a 5-star to rank 3, which you need 3 of the same class of tier 4 class Kalos to do that. You get just the 1 out of 6 gamble, which I would put this deal probably at worth about 20, maximum $25, but most likely for 2019, I'd put it at $20. For $50, if you got to choose your own class, and on top of that, they had at least like half a tier 2 alpha, but ideally a fully formed tier 2 alpha, and or half of a 5-star basic crystal, that would be a C to C plus deal because we've seen that deal before in the game months ago. And ideally, whenever a game evolves, prices of things should actually drop because the game is moving to different resources for champions that are bigger. Most of these resources aren't going to matter, especially for 6 stars, right? Tier 4 basics, I don't think you can even use on 6 stars. They're obsolete. So this is targeting newer players who are basically so desperate for resources that they're going to have their money stolen from them by a company that has been as undependable as possible. YouTube, I'm a bit frustrated, and I know people have said my channel is overly critical of Kabam at times, but I don't see how any summoner can look at these and look at the price tags and not shake their head. It is a disgrace to where the game is to ask people to give this amount of money for such a lack of value. This is the monthly event quest with the insane difficulty versus the pathetic amount of rewards bundled into the pathetic amount of rank up materials for the insane cost of the value. These things are incalculable for a grade. I'm just going to say they are the dumpster fire of May. They represent everything wrong with the game right now, bundled up into offers. Do not buy these. Shake your head at these. Heck, open a help ticket. File a police report saying that theft has occurred in the game, because that's basically what this borders into. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm having to review this. The left one should be $19.99. The right one should probably be $4.99. Instead, they have jacked up the prices to a crazy amount. Don't get these. Don't have anybody get these. We should never see these again. It's just a disgrace and a slap in the face to everyone in the community.